Have you ever been moving so fast that you were making progress but not gaining wisdom? You were busy, you were active, you were getting things done, but kept going down. But you was going deeper. You knew something was missing because moving along does not create maturity. Experience alone does not create wisdom, and activity alone does not guarantee growth. Sometimes the most powerful move a leader can make is a pause. Hello, my friends, and welcome to Living the Laws. I'm Larry Law Sr., and this is another edition of Wednesday Wisdom Live. Whether you're joining us live or catching the replay, I'm glad you're here. And before we dive in, make sure you like the video, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell so you never miss any content from Living the Laws. This is your midweek reset, a place where leaders like you come to recharge, refocus, and rise in your leadership journey. And as we get started, I want you to reflect. Reflect, what kind of leader are you becoming? If you've never taken the time to assess your leadership strengths and blind spots, I've created a leadership assessment designed to give you clarity. At any point during this session, simply comment leadership, and we'll send you the link. On today's video, we're going to dive into the law of reflection. And the heart of this law is simple. Learning to pause allows growth to catch up with you. That means growth is not just about what happens to you. Growth is about what you learn from it. It's what you learn from what happened. A lot of people have years of experience, but they do not always have years of wisdom. Why? Because experience is not the best teacher. Evaluated experience is the best teacher. You can go through something and miss the lesson. You can survive something and never study it. You can win a battle and never understand why you won. You can lose a battle and never understand what needs to change. That is why reflection matters. Today, I will give you 4 memorable truths about the law of reflection. Number 1, reflection turns experience into insight. Everyday life gives us lessons, but lessons do not become wisdom automatically. You have to stop long enough to ask, what happened? What did I learn? What did this reveal? What should I do differently next time? In the Army, we understood this through something called the AAR, or After Action Review. After a mission or after training or maybe an exercise, we did not just pack up and move on. We stopped. We reviewed. We asked hard questions. What's supposed to have happened? Then what actually happened? What went right? What went wrong? What can we do to improve? That process was not designed to embarrass anyone. It was designed to make everyone better. That is leadership. That is growth. That is reflection. And I've learned the same principle in nonprofit leadership. At First Home Alliance, after an event, a class, or even a workshop, or a client process, we have to pause and evaluate. Did we serve the person well? Did the client understand the next step? Did our team communicate clearly? Did we miss anything? What can we do? What could we have done to improve before the next? And what can we do to improve for the next family before the next family walks through the door? Because when families are facing housing instability, foreclosure, or credit challenges, or even just financial pressure, we cannot afford to operate under good intentions. We need insight, and insight comes from reflection. Number 2, reflection helps you slow down without stepping back. Some leaders think pausing means losing momentum, but pausing does not mean quitting. Pausing does not mean weakness. Pausing means you are wise enough to check your direction before you increase your speed. Because if you're going down the wrong road, you don't need to pick up speed. You don't need more momentum. You need correction. You do not need to speed up. You need to stop, reflect, and adjust. That is true in leadership. That is true in business, relationships, and life. In chess, one rush move can change the whole game. You may have a strong position, a good plan, and several pieces developed. But if you move too quickly without studying the board, you can walk right into a trap. A good chess player pauses. They look at the board. They study the trends. They consider the opportunity. They think before they move. That's why I often say, think before you move, and make your next move your best move. Reflection gives you that chance. It gives you space to see what busyness can hide. It gives you time to hear what pressure can silence. It gives you wisdom before the next move. Reflection, number 3, requires a better questions. Reflection is not just sitting still. Reflection is asking better questions. The quality of your question often determines the quality of your growth. So when you pause, do not just ask surface questions, ask growth questions, ask leadership questions, ask legacy questions. Questions like, what is the season I'm teaching? Where am I growing? Where am I resisting growth? What am I avoiding? What habits is helping me? And what habits is hurting me? Who needs more of my time? Who needs my encouragement? What decisions keep showing up that I have not made yet? What is the next right move? These questions will challenge you, but they will also help you grow. Because leaders do not grow by avoiding the truth. Leaders grow by facing the truth with challenge and humility. There have been lessons in my own life where reflection forced me to take a deeper look. After serving nearly 24 years in the military, I had to reflect on what leadership looked like out of uniform. I had rank, I had structure, I had experience, but when I transitioned into the nonprofit role, I had to ask, how do I serve now? How do I lead civilians, volunteers, staff, clients, partners, and other community leaders? How do I take the military discipline and use it to build a mission that helps families achieve financial stability and home ownership? Reflection helped me connect my past service to my present purpose. And that is what reflection can do for you. It can help you understand not only where you have been, but why it mattered. Number 4, reflection must lead to action. Reflection is powerful, but reflection without action becomes delay. The goal is not to pause forever. The goal is to pause, learn, adjust, and move forward with wisdom. At some point, reflection should produce a decision. It should produce a better habit, a better plan, a better conversation, a better strategy and attitude, and a better next move. Because the purpose of reflection is not just to think about life. The purpose of reflection is to live better, lead better, serve better, grow better. So let me make this practical. This week, I want you to challenge yourself to create a reflection rhythm. Take 10 minutes at the end of your day and ask yourself these 3 questions. What did I learn today? What did I do well today? What will I improve tomorrow? Then once a week, take a longer pause. Look at your goals. Look at your calendar. Look at your relationships. Look at your leadership. Ask yourself, am I moving in the direction of my purpose? Or am I just staying busy? That question may change your life because busyness can make you feel productive even when you're drifting. Reflection brings you back to purpose. It brings you back to intention. It brings you back to growth. So as we close, remember this. The law of reflection teaches us that the pause is not wasted time. The pause is where wisdom catches up. The pause is where lessons become leadership. The pause is where experience become insight. The pause is where pain can become purpose. And the pause is where success can become strategy. The pause is where your next move becomes clear. So do not just go through life, grow through life. Do not just collect experiences, evaluate them. Do not just stay busy, stay aligned. Do not just move fast, move wisely, because your leadership is too important to run on autopilot. Your purpose is too valuable to just drift. And your next move deserves your best thinking. Thank you for joining me for another edition of Wednesday Wisdom Live. If this message spoke to you, be sure to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on the notification. And if you're ready for a better understanding of your leadership strength and your growth areas, comment leadership. And we'll send you the link to our leadership assessment. Until next time, keep growing, keep leading, and keep living the laws. I'm Larry Law Sr., reminding you to think before you move and to make your next move your best move.